Last year, I reviewed the Microsoft Surface Laptop 3, one of the most popular videos on my channel, and for good reason. Beautiful display, excellent, comfortable keyboard, and amazing build quality with that all-metal design and that matte black finish. They just released the Surface Laptop 4. Now, I picked up the 13.5-inch version running the AMD Ryzen Surface Edition processor. It's the Ryzen 5 4680U. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is my unboxing and first look at the all-new Surface Laptop 4. Coming up.
Now, as we take a look at the specs, in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Microsoft. I'm not being sponsored by Microsoft. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. Microsoft is not getting copy approval. They're seeing this video for the first time, just like you. Now, this unit was purchased with my own money. I did not receive a review unit from Microsoft. You can get the Laptop 4 in two sizes, the 15-inch and the 13.5-inch. I have the 13.5-inch is what we're looking at here today. It's available in 4 different colors. The new color this year is ice blue, which looks really nice. Now, I got it in the platinum, which I really do like. It gives off a really sleek and modern look. Pricing starts at $999. That's the unit I have here. But if you're a student in the military or a teacher, you can get a discount. It'll be $899 starting price. And that, to me, is really good for a very premium looking laptop. And with specs and pricing out of the way, let's find out what you get inside the box. Let's open it up. Unboxing knife not needed here, folks. Just lift the tab to open it up. Lifting the lid, you're greeted by the unit itself. We'll get to that in just a moment, but you get some documentation along with a 65-watt power adapter. Now, this power adapter uses a Surface Connect port. We'll talk about that in just a little bit, but it also has a spare USB-A port to charge your peripherals. And let's not forget the extension cord. Holding the unit for the first time, and once again, we get a very premium feel in the hand. Now, my unit has metal and Alcantara, but you can get it in all metal as well, which weighs a little bit more. Now, my unit comes in at 2.79 pounds or 1.265 kilograms. Thin and light, easy to take with you on the go. Okay, let's check out the port selection. We'll start off on the left side where you get one USB-A port, which is good to see that it's still there, one USB-C port, which does data, charge, and display out, and a 3.5mm headphone jack. Moving over to the right side is the Surface Connect port. Now, you can charge with that port, or you can charge with the USB-C port. That's up to you. Notably missing, there's no Thunderbolt 4, there's no microSD card slot, and there's no HDMI port. Something to keep in mind. Now, as far as what's user upgradable, the only thing that you can replace on this yourself is the SSD, and iFixit did an excellent job of tearing down the Surface Laptop 3, and it will be the same here for the Surface Laptop 4. I'll put a link in the description below. They do such an outstanding job of opening up the Laptop 3 and accessing the internal. Same will be for the Surface Laptop 4 for those interested. Now, as far as the RAM, that's soldered into the motherboard, as well as the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth combo card, that's also soldered in. You won't be able to upgrade that. And for those wondering, yes, you can open the lid with one finger. Now, if you saw my review of the Surface Laptop 3 last year, you know I absolutely love the keyboard, and it's no exception here. I love it as well on the Laptop 4. Good tactile feedback, good key travel, super comfortable to type on for extended periods of time, and it's also a quiet keyboard. That means you're not going to disturb anybody when you're taking notes in a meeting. It also has a multi-stage backlight, which allows you to get work done in a dark room or a dimly lit environment. The keyboard on this thing is excellent. And it has a pretty spacious touchpad that is super responsive, 2-finger scrolling is buttery smooth, and all the Windows 10 gestures are working as you'd expect. Okay, let's talk about the display. What we're looking at here is a 13.5-inch PixelSense display with a resolution of 2256 by 1504. And for those keeping score, that's 201 pixels per inch. It also means it has a 3:2 aspect ratio. And as I've mentioned in other videos that I've done, a 3:2 aspect ratio has the benefit of having less scrolling when it comes to web browsing. It's also great for productivity work, Microsoft Office, email, web browsing. You'll see more on the display because of the taller aspect ratio of that display. But it also means that you'll notice black bars on the top and the bottom when you're watching Netflix, Amazon, and YouTube, which are pretty much optimized for a 16:9 experience. Now, one thing you'll notice, this is a very glossy display. That was the same scenario we had last year with the Laptop 3. What this means is you'll notice some glare and reflections in direct sunlight. I definitely prefer a matte display. But having said that, you get some really deep black, some very vibrant colors, really color accurate as well, with a pretty low Delta E score, and it covers the color gamut really well, as you can see here from the numbers. And it's a very bright display coming in at 380 nits, which is very good. And one thing I'm not so crazy about are the bezels. I was hoping this time around they would slim them out. They didn't. They retained the same type of bezels that we had with the Laptop 3 from last year. Now, this PixelSense display is a touch display, and it also is compatible with the Surface Pen. Here I have it with my original Surface Pen. Not the most ideal situation when you compare it to something like a 2-in-1 detachable, such as the Surface Pro 7 or 7 Plus, but it definitely will be good if you want to take notes on this laptop or sketch out some artwork in a pinch. You can use the Surface Pen with this, and I like that convenience. So this is the front-facing camera on the brand new Surface Laptop 4 from Microsoft. It's a 720p, 30 frames per second camera. They're saying they've made improvements to the camera. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think of the quality of the video? What do you think of the quality of the audio? I am curious. Let me know in that comment section below. So this is the front-facing camera on the Surface Laptop 3. Really impressed with this minimalist look. I really like the black on this, the matte black, which is an all-metal design on this. There's no Alcantara, and I kind of like that. And as far as the camera is concerned, it's good for doing Skype. It's good for doing video conferencing. Here I am outdoors, but it still looks pretty good. Again, I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, the laptop series has done well for the Microsoft Surface line, and that's why we're seeing so many different SKUs on the Laptop 4, as you see on this chart. Now, as I mentioned, I have that entry-level unit running the AMD Ryzen 5 Surface Edition. That's the 4680U. Now, this is based on the 4000 series from the AMD Ryzen line. Now, normally the Ryzen 5 has 6 cores, but this Surface Edition version of that has 7 cores. That extra core will help out on the graphics end. And so far, 24 hours in, I'm seeing decent performance with my initial benchmarks that I've been able to run on the Laptop 4. Now, of course, these are initial benchmarks after 24 hours of use. I will be bringing you the full review very soon. I'll give you even more numbers. Now, when it comes to the audio, I've been super impressed with the Ominsonic speakers with Dolby Atmos that this sports. It's actually gotten pretty loud, filling up a room rather nicely. Good mids, good bass, and the volume, again, was very good. Okay, 24 hours in, I'm liking the Surface Laptop 4 a lot. Now, of course, I need to do my full testing, but so far I'm liking that 13.5-inch display with that 3:2 aspect ratio, like the spacious touchpad, really comfortable keyboard, and the outstanding build quality. Now, I love the fact that this is Surface Pen enabled. If you want to take notes, sketch out artwork, it is an option. Now, the webcam is supposedly improved, but I'm not really sure that I see a big improvement, although it is pretty decent, especially when you compare it to some of the lousy webcams we've been seeing as of late. Now, as far as the no Thunderbolt 4, meager port selection, slower SSD speeds than we normally see, and the RAM is not user upgradable, but that's been par for the course for most laptops in 2021. But overall, there are no deal breakers here, ladies and gentlemen, and I look forward to putting it through its paces to bring you my full review, and that's going to be coming very soon. So what do you think about this bad boy, the Surface Laptop 4? Not a revolutionary update, as I mentioned, but really what you're seeing is an improvement under the hood with that Ryzen 5 4680U. It's based on the AMD Ryzen 4000 series, and performance was actually pretty good so far. Of course, I need to do my full testing to bring you the full review. I'll bring you all the numbers, the thermals, the battery life, the display metrics, and all that and more is coming up. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course, my website, amdtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.